and Lord of his creation, gave him possession and ownership of the world. And you have been so darned lazy that you've allowed the other fellow to run away with the whole world, and now he's bluffing you and telling you that the world belongs to him and that you have no part in it. I don't have to apologize to anybody for being black, because God Almighty knew exactly what he was doing when he made me black. If black people knew their glorious past, then they would be more inclined to respect themselves. Well, I intend with your help and God's grace to continue, because my work has only just begun. And future generations shall have in their hands the guide by which they shall know the sins of the 20th century. I know, and I know you too believe in time, but we shall wait patiently for 200 years if need be to face our enemies through our posterity. When my enemies are satisfied, in life I shall come back, or in death even to serve you as I served before. In life I shall be the same, in death I shall be a terror to the
Peace and blessing, family. This is Men of Fire Podcast. I am your host, Daoud Alamin, coming to you out of Bakama, West Africa. And I have Renegade Cherokee in the house coming to you from somewhere in the helms of North America. We don't know where he is, but he's somewhere. Peace and blessings, peace and power, brother.
Peace and power, my brother. Always glad to join on this fine podcast we've been blessed with by the Most High.
All praises to our
all pleasure and a blessing. All praises, yes sir.
Praises to the Most High.
Praises holy name.
I had a comment today that said you awoke when you realize the mic that they give you is not plugged up.
Not plugged up.
Yeah, I thought about that in reference to a lot of people that's being out here talking. So it really came from a text you sent me, and that was my reply. I didn't send you the reply, but I put the reply on Facebook, and people was commenting on it. But the reply, it came from something you sent me, and I'm pretty sure you know what it was. But it said, I said to myself, I said, you wake up when you realize the mic that they give you is not plugged up. And a lot of these people be out here talking, and they talking. It sounds good. They sound good. They look good. I mean, I see them, but their mic ain't plugged up. And what I mean by it is, the mic is plugged up to the speaker, you know, because I see you and I see you. I see the results you're getting, but you ain't plugged up to the people.
Right.
So you ain't really plugged in. You think you talking, but you ain't talking to the people, because the people ain't hearing that you gotta say. You think these people will gas you up, man, and have people thinking, that they do it two ways. They gas you up and have you thinking that they with you, and then it was another thing I was thinking about as I wrote that, is that my own mic, I had to realize that my mic wasn't plugged in to them. Sometimes you can be talking and you be, but you ain't plugged. They got you. They ain't paying that nigga. I ain't paying that nigga no mind, man, because they know we got limited power. But when we get really to speaking very articulate, and we really can express our viewpoint, that brought us to the night show. The fear of a strong black male. That Dr. Creston Westland, she talked about that fear of the dark man, the black male. I remember when I remember the movie Boomerang, when Martin Lawrence used that scenario about the pool table and the ball and the 8-ball. I always loved it because I know he got it from Dr. Creston. I thought it was interesting that Eddie put that in the movie, because I know they got that from Dr. Westland when she talked about how the pool table and the last ball is when the white ball hits the ball in the pocket. That's the end of the game. They all chasing this white ball, and it was talking about the black male and his both his genitals and his voice, because they want to silence both. They want to silence our procreation and our voice. You want to start us off tonight?
Yeah, I got a poem dedicated to freedom fighters everywhere. And the title of this poem is Victory Over Khazaria. And for those that don't know, Khazaria is an ancient empire nestled between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea in Georgia, Russia. These are the originators of the people today called the Jews, or called the Israelis. So I call them by their true name, Khazaria, or the Khazars.
Okay.
That's Victory Over Khazaria.
Okay.
Iran has been attacked by Khazaria, and its attack dog, Haggadol Babal, America. They call it a successful mission. The 6 B-2 bombers and their expensive payloads, Tomahawk cruise missiles, 30 of them also hit Iran, killing civilians. But in the end, the Iranians will be victorious over these swine and imposters, as well as the upstart colony, America, land of the free and home of the slave. Khazaria is weak and needs military support from his attack dog. Trump wants to be unleashed so he can look like a hero in the comic book who comes and saves the day. He is anything but, and his delusional mind is going to get American children sent home in steel caskets with Old Glory draped over them. Draft coming back, and another replay of the 1960s Vietnam era. Yea, verily, victory over Khazaria is all part of the Father's plan. I pray I live to see his kingdom come. After all wars, it is put to a cease. Selah.
Salah. You always come to that fire, man. You always come that you have to. One thing I love about your poetry is that you just can't read it once. When you write poetry, some poetry you can catch it the first time, and then some poetry, like your poetry is more history lesson. So, but you have to do is you have to take it and then replay it, and go back and catch everything Blah said, because a lot of it, folks not be and you may go over a lot of folks' head because they like, oh, what are you talking about, man? Because they ain't on it. They mic ain't plugged up.
You're right, exactly.
they mic ain't plugged up to the force of the people. Yeah, man. So this conversation that I had is the conversation about a strong black man, man. I wanted to have this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this the rest of the month. I was gonna invite some people tonight, but I'm probably gonna invite them to next Monday night because I couldn't get that code out there in time. So I may invite some other people to the conversation after we get this one out there. But man, this is a subject that I've faced all my life. I know you probably faced. I know you faced it all your life too. Ain't no problem. You black. You're a black male in America.
Yeah.
But you are a strong black male. And I call them alpha males and beta males. That's right. I have a tendency. I use for alpha males and beta males. And you have alpha males, and it's not just beta males a weak male, but then you have beta males that sometimes they scared of the alpha males. They don't like alpha males.
They're jealous.
Yeah, they don't like alpha males. They don't like alpha. And I think I understand why America doesn't like alpha males, because America itself is an alpha male.
Apex predator.
Yeah, it's
top dogs on the planet.
Yeah, it's itself the alpha male. So you like they say, you don't want no two roosters in the same hen house.
That's right.
So what we present is we are a threat, and so I started off with Marcus Garvey tonight because the more I get into I didn't not supposed to get into him. I've been over here studying a lot more. I knew about Marcus Garvey, but I'm doing a paper right now, so it's causing me to go into. I'm actually doing a paper on Deuce Ali.
Deuce Ali?
No, Deuce Ali.
Deuce Ali, okay.
Yeah, Deuce Ali. So yeah. So he was the teacher of Marcus Garvey.
Okay.
He was a Muslim. He was in London, and Marcus used to go over and study up under him. Drus Ali was one of the first Muslims in America, and was very influential in the Marcus Garvey movement, but he just didn't put the Islamic flavor on it. And so Drus had a newspaper in London, and it was very strong pro-black paper. So the more I'm researching, because nobody's ever did a book on Drus. They got 2 books where somebody has did one, but they're old. There hasn't been an updated book on Drus. So I'm trying to. That's one of my goals I have set, to try to do a pamphlet and then a book eventually. But in order for me to get the book, I got to go be able to get into the libraries in Europe, because I need those archives. I can get them here, but I don't have the internet connections that I need to get, and I need to get into those London archives to get his actual writing. I want some of his writings. But as I'm studying Marcus Garvey more, man, you can you imagine 19
teens?
Teens, yeah, 10,
Mm-hmm.
13.
Mm-hmm.
You in America, you after the World War, before the Depression.
Right.
Oh man. Whew.
Yep. Before the Roaring 20s. Yeah, it was hell on black folks in those days. And my father, he was telling me about his experience as a young man in the 30s and 40s, how black men in uniform would be lynched and dragged through the streets and stuff.
Wow.
So the black soldiers, the 369th, the Harlem Hellfighters, who fought courageously for the French during World War I, they all won. Most of them won Croix de Guerre. That's the French equivalent of the Congressional Medal of Honor. They never lost an inch in trench warfare. They never gave up any ground, and they stayed online for 191 days, longer than any other doughboys in theater. So that was better than any white unit, any French unit, British unit, German, etc., etc., etc. And you had a couple of brothers, Henry Johnson and Needham Roberts. I believe they received the Croix de Guerre because Henry Johnson killed 4 German soldiers single-handedly. He had help from Needham Roberts, who was supplying with grenades and such. Needham Roberts was severely wounded. Henry Johnson killed 4. He killed one, clubbed one to death, and then stabbed one to death with I think it was called a bolo knife. And 4 dead and 24 captured. Either 4 captured or 24 wounded by his hand. So these brave black men who were fighting for the French because the Americans didn't want them.
Yeah.
These black men, they came back after 1918, the armistice, and they were lynched because they had on an American uniform. Remember now, there weren't no black Marines back in the 19-teens.
Yeah.
It was only black Army guys.
Mm-hmm.
So these brothers were being lynched. They had their privates cut off. They had their chevrons on their sleeves cut off. They were stripped of their uniforms. Now, think about this. You're talking about Francis Quest Welsing, excuse me. It's their jealousy of the fact that these black men could go over there and fight for a country that hated them, whereas the white men that stayed back, either because they got out of the draft or they were just unworthy of the draft, they were jealous of these black men because they went to go fight for their country and they couldn't.
Wow.
The jealousy that caused them to lynch black men that fought for a country that hated them and fought very well.
You know, a question. Let me ask you a question. Maybe you can give me some intrigue on it. When I always think about the black soldier, how bravely we fought, how bravely our ancestors fought during those wars. Do you think that they were in their mindset? Was it that they were fighting for America, or was it that they were fighting for survival? Because they fought so diligently, but we've been fighting for survival all our life. It comes second nature. So in my mind, I think a lot of times people think that they were patriotic, which I don't think they was. I don't think they was much as patriotic as it was that I'm coming home. Goddamn it, shit. I'm going home. I don't know about you, but I'm coming back home. I'm going because that's us. We gonna take over something. That's our nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true indeed. Really, that's that warrior spirit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an anecdote about that from the Gulf War I was in.
Okay.
I'm gonna use their names. Staff Sergeant Sanders, a white guy from Wisconsin. Sergeant E5 Tubbs from Arkansas.
Okay.
So they're in battle, and then the Bradley, a cavalry fighting vehicle, and them two M2A2, and they see the enemy in the distance. Now, according to the Geneva Conventions, you ain't supposed to use a 25 Mike high explosive round on troops.
Mm-hmm.
So Sergeant Tubbs is getting ready to fire up the Iraqis with AT, 25 millimeter AT, and Sergeant Sanders said, "No, we can't do that, Sergeant Tubbs." Sergeant Tubbs smacked his hand away and held on his 9mm Beretta and said, "Listen." He held his hand, one hand on the pistol, looked at Sergeant Sanders and said, "Listen, Tubbs is going home." And he started lighting them Iraqis up with 25 Mike. So, you know what I'm saying? Tubbs is going home. You know what I'm saying? So it's that survival.
Yeah, because when you said 25, I'm thinking I used to be a 25.
Was that right? You know how big that joint is?
Man, that's a big gun, bro. That's a big bullet.
Yeah, sure is. Ooh, when it's high explosive, oh my gracious.
Man, you shooting a 25 cal, boy?
Yeah. He turned them dudes into Swiss cheese, man.
Tubbs said he going home, huh?
Tubbs said, Tubbs going home.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. So that's an anecdote that I know coming out the man's own mouth.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Other troops, oh yeah. Oh yes, sir. That brother was kicking ass in the cab. I was in the cab unit.
Yeah.
And I was saying about Sergeant Lopeman and Specialist, what's my boy name? Wilburn.
Yeah.
And it was blowing stuff up over there, bro.
Yeah. I always like
sticking to the enemy, man.
I always like I watched the Tuskegee Airmen movie a lot. I think I've got that on replay. I probably watched it about 100 times. But I watched both of them. Red. I like both of them, Red Tails and both of them with Lawrence Fishburne and the other one.
Tuskegee.
Yeah. Because they had two. They did two of them, and one of them is called Red Tails.
Yeah.
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 But I like to see. I like to see when the white boys pulled up looking for them, and they were looking for the colored troops.
Yeah.
And my man said, my man said, "No, ain't it?"
Pulling the asses out the fire.
Yeah, my man said, this ain't the wrong base.
Right.
Yeah, but man, that thing of being strong, you know, I ask myself sometime, would I have gotten further ahead not being as strong? And my mind says, yes, I probably would. But then what kicks in is would I be happy? And my mind said, hell no.
You would be happy. No, you would be happy.
So I wouldn't be myself.
Like in prison.
Yeah, you it is. And but no, I've tried it. I've tried it. You know, I've tried it. I've tried it. And you don't, yeah. Oh man. The only, and I can say this now because I can say this, I can start talking now because I'm over here permanent. I ain't coming back. I can talk about stuff now because I was holding some stuff to talk about. But you know, my last 6 years back to the plantation, bro. A lot of folks don't know. They saw me riding a bicycle, and I did that that was intentional. A lot of things I was doing when working for that man was intentional.
Okay.
So I rode a bicycle, and I got me an e-bike, but I rode an e-bike in the cold, sometime in the hot, and rode it to work and parked it up front, and it was intentional. That was my way of getting on, knowing I'm going to the plantation. and that was my little ride. That was my peaceful ride in the morning. I would put my headset on. I didn't have to worry about the cars. I could prepare myself for what I had to face. So that usually took me about 30 minutes to get to work every morning. So I had an e-bike, so I'm taking about 30 minutes. But I got 30 minutes to get my mind together. Because I know I got to go in here and play fetch it. I got to put this clown face on.
Right.
I got to put this, And so I went in there like it was a minstrel show every day. Because I know what I was dealing with. And so I went in there with a mask on my face, and I would try to outdo whatever the numbers were. I remember when I first started working for them, if the numbers were, this is what the top numbers were, I was trying to get top of the top. Not for them.
Okay.
Not for them.
For your own purpose.
For my own personal, just for my own sanity. I made a game of it. For my own sanity, I made a game. If I go in and look at the board, what did they get last night? Oh, I'm beating that today. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. We're going to get that. We're going to get that. Just like it was a game to me. Because I got to stay on this, I got to stay here for 12 hours, and you got to realize I'm coming back. I had my own company at one time. I had $1 million mental health company.
Right.
It was a thing. I had my mental health company. We were making so much money from the state of North Carolina in mental health. I say now, but it was a lease program. I had a new rental every week. Because I would switch cars up. I like cars. I like to switch them up. So I lease from Triangle, and I would just get a new one every week. Me and the guy at Triangle had a new. Every month he bring me a new car.
Check that out.
And I would do it because I had 16 group homes, and I never wanted my people to know what I was driving that week. Because I was that much on top of my business. I was watching my people, so they never knew what car. Right. The whole game was. They would call the houses trying to find out what cars he driving this week, but it was a game. And so when I went to Corning, I had to go, and I went there, I had work. I had to go in a whole different mindset. So because you had to tone it down, I know who I'm working for.
That's true.
And
they ain't gonna change.
The thing about being a strong black man, I don't know if you probably you run into it too. I know you do. Your own people will expect. They will expect the word to come from you, but when you give the word, they ain't gonna back you.
Sure ain't. Happens to me when I was with the city.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They're not gonna back you. Right. I was watching. Matter of fact, I think I'll take a pause right quick. I was meant to open the show. Condolences to the Farrakhan family. Lost Mother Khadijah, and I saw that the janazah this weekend. So condolences to the family. But I was watching the minister. And I was watching him, and I said to myself, all these years he's been battling. I remember there were black folks that only liked Farrakhan because he was the middle finger to the white man. That's what we used to call him. That's why, and people say that. That was a nickname. It was like a sub nickname. Farrakhan. He the middle finger to the white man, and that's why they liked him, because he could say what they were scared to say. However, they wasn't going back.
Nah, not at all.
So good.
Kind of cowed them to think about.
Yeah. So that's what you run into when you a strong black male.
Very true.
You had that strong voice. I know you face. I remember your. I remember your city of Wilmington days. you know you were a legend down there.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I was giving them hell, bro.
Yeah, you were a legend. And people don't know. People don't know. You need to do a whole set of stories on that, because I know them, because I had people during that time period. I knew you, but I didn't know you like I know you now.
Right.
So it would come through the room mill. Hey man, your boy done fucked up again.
I know. That's the stuff. Oh man.
Yeah, you had some. You would. I know there were people that you had. I had people that worked there that said you had folks locking doors,
God damn.
running from you. It's like when they in the room hiding, trying to hide from the fire. You about to break on that ass.
I be there.
Yeah.
That's the big number. Because I was militant as hell. The Lord was with me because it could have went a different way. But I felt the need to speak up. And most of the brothers that were there, they wasn't going to really speak up about the basically the racism and basically the double standards that they had. And I had to be me. I had to just speak upon it. And I didn't stop speaking until I finally got fired.
Yeah.
And you know why I got fired? I got fired because somebody said I was trying to start a union.
That's right. I remember. Okay, that's it. I thought that's what it was. I want to say it, but I thought that's what it was. Yeah, I remember hearing that.
Yep.
Yeah. But see, the thing about it again, the fear of a strong black male is a double-edged sword. They fear you. However, you know how many brothers benefit today from what you did, and you will never get credit for it.
Quite a few.
I know a ton. I know a couple that work there now. They don't even know you. I know some of them that work there now that don't even know you, that are benefiting from what you did when you were there, because before, you know who was there before you, right?
No, not right off.
So I can call this. This is No Coverage broadcast. We can call names on this show. Do you remember the name? Did the name Fred Azaka and Richard Clayette?
Richard, that name sounds familiar.
Okay, they used to work for the city. So when they worked for the city, everything that was black went through them.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, when they were at the city, a person like you would get a visit from them.
Okay.
Yeah, when they worked for the city, a person like you would get a visit from them, and it would be either to try to silence you or to negotiate with you. But that's how the city worked back when I first got to the city. If you wanted to get into the city, you had to go through certain people.
Damn.
Yeah. So those strong black males, I love the city of Wilmington, but
I love the people for sure.
They are lacking that voice. To me, I think they're lacking the voice. I think the voice has become silent because those that had the voice have been silenced to the point that they either left or they just got quieter, or some of them took the bag.
True.
Yeah. I know some that, and even in the ranks, there was. I remember there was some strong pastors at one time, and they got rid of them. They don't stay around long. But even outside of Wilmington, even on the national scene, you got some brothers out here on podcasts and whatnot, but they're not. I listen to them, man. I listen to them, but I haven't found too many that's talking strong enough for me to follow on a consistent basis. I really haven't. I haven't found. It's like I told somebody. I think my brother used to tell me. I mean, Imam Kazim. He would talk about somebody. He's like, man, I wouldn't follow that man to the bathroom. So what? He said, man, he said, I piss on myself first. I said, what? He said, I wouldn't follow him to the bathroom. I piss on myself first. And he used to always say that jokingly, but he meant it. He's like, nah, bro, I wouldn't follow him to the bathroom. And so there are a lot of folks I see this every once in a while. I mean, I run into somebody, I run into some podcasts that's pretty strong, but for the most part, they talking the same old
BS.
Yeah, the strength is not there.
True, you can tell it too.
Oh yeah,
you can tell.
Yeah, and you got some sisters. You got sisters. You got some sisters out here talking stronger than some brothers now.
Sister Crimson, what's my girl? The Muslim girl, Crimson, Chicago. The girl from Chicago, Crimson, the Muslim.
Yeah, I think the politician.
Crimson, say again?
The politician?
Nah, she's a Muslim sister. Crimson, I forgot the sister's name. She's definitely a Muslim.
Okay, I got it.
She's screaming on these hyenas. She called them hyenas.
Ah,
modern black woman.
Yeah, I got you.
Crimson, God, what's my girl? That's the listen all the time.
Speaking on a side note, real quick, I gotta throw this out there. There's a show I'm gonna send you. Vance sent it to me. There's a show that I'm gonna send you. Today I watched part of it. I'm gonna watch the rest of it tomorrow if I got time. I got into it, got interested. It's Jews. You might have seen it. It's 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sisters. 4 Jews, 3 Christians, and 3 Hebrew Israelites.
I seen that. I seen some of it. Yeah.
You seen it?
Have.
Okay, so
yeah.
When you finish watching it, we'll talk. When you finish watching, if you watch the rest of it, I watch the rest of it.
All right.
Because
okay, cool.
I got a whole lot of questions. I'm gonna tell you. I don't like discussions like that. So I gotta piece my way through it. You know, because especially the Bible toting one, the Bible toting Christian.
Yeah, right.
That one, you know, the one that knew all the scriptures.
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, I just can't. I had to keep cutting it off, man. I can't stomach myself too. I want to go and snatch. I want to snatch the goddamn.
Yeah, right.
Man, she just steady quoting, but you quoting from, you know, the lady trying to explain to her. We get into it, but the lady trying to explain to her, you're not studying from the law. You studying from a book that's written. And she wasn't giving. I hate when people don't concede.
Right, when they're wrong, they don't concede the point.
Yeah, man. And even her team looked like they was looking at her like, you know. So I'm like, yeah. So it was like 10 women or 10 women, and that's what got me was but some of them were they knew what they was talking about.
Right. Some sisters know that book now.
Oh yeah.
Especially most of the Hebrew sisters.
Yeah, so the 3 Hebrew sisters, I was very interested in them because they was 3 different. That's why I want to talk to you about later. We'll talk. There were 3 different backgrounds. They came from 3 different backgrounds. I was like, that's interesting. But you know the comical part though, right? Well, for me, the comical part for me, when I was saying, man, I'm glad you ain't had no Muslims.
Yeah, right.
It would have really got heated.
Answer was, oh man.
I said to myself, boy, if they had 3 Muslims, man, that thing would have got heated up there. It was already heated.
Sure.
But anyway, yeah. But how you deal with it now being I ain't gonna say solo, but like when you go out to events and you know this shit gonna be weak.
Oh yeah. Well, it makes me. I get very annoyed, perturbed, angry. I just gotta hold all close to the vest. But I'm steaming inside because the type of poetry I be hearing that's supposed to be revolutionary. It's the voice of victimhood. Even the most so-called radical poets, they really speak from a position of victimhood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like They talk about what Mr. Charlie did to our people, and it's like, okay, I understand this happened, but what's the end result of this? I mean, it happened, so what are we gonna do about it? How about we arm ourselves, defend ourselves, be prepared for war? Now I come from that perspective. Say, let's not be like our ancestors, because the ancestors went through a lot to make sure that we are here. So therefore, we owe it to them all their sacrifice. We have to stand up strong and tall and do the things that they couldn't do. Things we can do those things now. We can walk around. Well, don't get me wrong. Don't go around with your rifle or your pistol. Get a concealed carry permit and carry concealed. You don't want to trump your whole card. Always stay strapped, but don't let nobody see it. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of poets, they talk that tough talk, but it's from a place of victimhood.
Yeah.
Whereas a revolutionary poet, he's gonna say something like this. He's gonna say, yeah, you Charlie's got us down, but guess what? Our angry black God and his black son is coming back to wreck shop. Now, once upon a time, we were your slaves. Now you're going to be our slaves. So I have to come from a position of strength, stating what's fixing to come, stating that the beast is falling and I will not mourn. Screaming against the system, as always, screaming against Babylon the Great, saying that, yeah, y'all did these things, but guess what? Punishment and chastisement is coming from on high, and you can't escape it. So I have to let these people know, these wicked races out here, that your time is coming. You ain't always going to be on top. You're going to fall.
Yeah.
It's by the hand of the Most High. I have to come from that perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you're going to fall. It's coming.
I think the craziest part, when you mentioned about the guns, I think the craziest part is our people don't understand when a person with strength talks, 9 times out of 10 they just not talking. They already done the research and know what you can do and what you can't do. A lot of things that you couldn't do years ago, as you talked about, you can do now. I didn't know how weak the city was. So I knew your history about your gun situation. And I knew what kind of support you didn't get. So when I got into, because during my tenure when I was a minister, we wasn't quote unquote supposed to have guns. So the rule was you're not supposed to carry a gun. So I followed the rule. Even though I had them, I just didn't display them.
Right.
So when I was no longer under those rings, I said, okay, maybe this is a way to organize people. So we started the Wilmington Fire Gun Club, and I was very serious about it. We were actually, boy and me then was working with me. We actually, I'm gonna tell you how far we went. We had actually found a way to turn the only way we didn't do was find some land. We needed land to put it on. But you know how they build those container homes out of containers?
Yep, see them all the time, especially over there on Castle.
We had the plans. The guy was gonna come do it for us, and they do it out another place. They did it. They're gonna bring it in. You can convert those into firing ranges.
Oh my gracious! Oh boy! Man, look at him.
And we was gonna purchase. We had already figured out how to get the containers because you know our connections at the port. But we're gonna get the containers, used containers, the same way the boy get them to do apartments. We were gonna refurbish them and put gun. You could put 2 lanes in there.
Yeah.
You can put a lane on the left, a lane. You can put 2 lanes, and you can convert them into gun range. So we were gonna we wanted to have our own gun range. But we knew that was going to be expensive, so that was going to be another way we could do it, and we wouldn't have to go to white folks' gun range. We could have our own place to shoot. That's how serious we were. And then we started having the meetings, And then I started realizing how scared the people were. Only because of knowing, man, brother got a revolutionary background. I won't be sorry. I ain't with that man.
Yeah.
We everything we're doing is legal.
Exactly.
But because you may have a background as pro-Pan-African or black nationalist or whatever, man, I ain't fooling with that fool, man. And I mean, I'm like, bro, why ain't nobody come to the meeting? Man, they want to be down, man, but I said, okay, that's why I stepped aside. And I put somebody else in charge. That was one reason, I don't step down like that.
No, it's not.
I stepped down. I said, well, let me put somebody else in charge that's a little low-key, got another better name, tone it down. I work from the back end.
Right.
But what they did is took it and went on.
Whole different direction. Just got the whole mission, bro.
I got everything. Everything. We going on a whole different mission now. I was like, oh, man, okay. But I was serious about it because I thought, maybe I can organize, because I'm teaching our people in case we need to go. We have it. We have the training necessary, and we see the way they train it. And this was the same time NAGA was popping off, the National African American Guns. So they really hadn't got as big as they are now.
That's right.
But a lot of times when you have that strong black voice, I for myself particularly, I'm learning how to deal with it. I don't know. You seen this? You seen the thing in the news lately with this basketball player?
In Mississippi.
Brown. The Brown kid, the basketball player that got traded from Boston, Jaylen Brown.
No.
Yeah. So he got traded. He got traded, but he's a very, very intelligent brother. Muslim brother, very intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very intelligent. Went to MIT.
Yeah.
Went to MIT.
Okay. So you know.
And they trained him basically to try to put the reputation out there. He's the smartest one in the room. You know, very smart, very articulate. And a lot of times what happens is you can't tone it down because that's just the nature of who you are. But a lot of times people like, well, how you know? I always tell my other partner, I ain't gonna call his name out, but you know what I'm talking about. We always talk a lot, and he get on me sometimes like, man, though, you think everybody, you running 150 miles an hour, you think everybody else supposed to run? I be like, nah, bro. I don't think everybody else supposed to run. But if it's 24 hours in a day, and I'm up 20 of them, only getting to sleep 4, and another motherfucker sleeping, working 16 and getting 8, then when I speak, sometimes I need him to shut the fuck up and listen.
Exactly.
Because I did stay up last night them extra 4 hours of reading while he was sleeping.
That's true.
You know, so I might just happen to know something that's coming out of my mouth, and that's what happens when I see the basketball player versus people listening to what he's saying, and they'll put a label on it. Oh, he think he's the smartest motherfucker in the room. No, he don't think he's the smartest motherfucker in the room. He know he's the smartest motherfucker in the room.
No, he is. That's right.
That's the thing that get me. People like, well, he think he do. No, he don't think. When you speak, you ain't thinking. You know what you ain't. Okay, how many? I'm sitting here going back. We having a conversation, and you just went back and relayed that information about those blacks. Average brother don't know that.
Nah, sure don't.
They don't know that information.
No, they don't.
So when you speaking, you ain't speaking as a person that think they know. You speaking as a person that know they know because you know you sat there and studied and read it. That is what killed me, that drives me crazy about having a strong voice, because sometimes you gotta tone your voice down to satisfy a bunch of lazy ass Negroes that will not take this time and read the study to get the information for themselves.
And I hate dumbing myself down to reach them. It's like if I say something that's like somewhat like intellectual, historical, then I'm deemed a know-it-all, and then they gonna hate on me, and they gonna always read the book. What kind of nigga is that? most I'm a revolutionary black man that loves my people. And I study the things that need to be studied for a teaching moment for my people. For a way to bring them to the light, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something though, when I'm talking about, I don't like to belabor the point, but I love Robert F. Williams. When I speak about Robert F. Williams, you should see the brothers who be lighting up. They be like, what? That brother did what? Oh man. It's like, they be like, they ain't never heard nothing like that before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, their eyes just get wide. It's like the spirits just open up to receive that instruction. When they hear about a black man in Monroe, North Carolina in the late 50s that had shootouts with the Klan and ran them off, that was friends with Malcolm X, got machine guns from Malcolm X and other weapons, friends with Fidel Castro, and spoke in front of 2 million Chinese at Tiananmen Square, right beside Mao Zedong.
Yeah, you're not belaboring the point, because whenever you bring them up, I get chills, because I know you know so much of their history, and I get bits and pieces every time you put it together for me. But when we talk about Brother Williams, he should be mentioned in the name of Malcolm. He should be mentioned in the name of King.
Right.
He should be mentioned in the name of Farrakhan. He should mention any kind of thing talk about black leaders and leave him out. I be seeing photos where they got the 20th, 19th century, all the black leaders. Never do you see a picture of him on them. You know how they have the collage of all the black leaders?
Yes.
You never see Robert Williams on the pictures.
Nope. They're trying to blackball him, if you will.
Yeah. And he's one of the strongest, if not one of these most strong. Everything. I mean, when you talk about roots that spring from his well, you talk about before him who was okay. He used Cuba. He got to Cuba. He moved to Cuba for asylum. Other folks started following that path. Went to China. Other folks started following that path. He did a radio broadcast when he was over there, all the way back to the States.
Sure did.
He had a radio program in Cuba that was being transmitted back to the States, trying to get the message back to his people. Look, man, suit up, boot up, strap up.
That's right. Yes, sir.
And get ready to take care of your. So the disinformation program that has been put out on black leaders a lot of times keep black men, and I get it, because you got some black men that's out here that's scared because they worried about, man, if I say that, man, I got so much to lose. I got white, and then they don't let. If they marry, that's even
It's even worse when they're married. You're right.
When you a leader or you a strong black man and you married, if your mate can't take it, bro, you gotta catch it, because you gotta deal with her and her family.
Oh yeah, they'll put pressure on you, so to speak.
They'll put pressure on her.
They'll put pressure on you.
They get to you, yeah, because they getting pressure put on them from the man that know you done Tracy, you done did. So I got to the point. I say this. So you remember when I got you remember when I got in trouble with the law?
I remember.
Did I ever tell you I wasn't planning on coming out?
I didn't know that part though.
So when we went, I wanted. I was going. It was my plan. I was so frustrated at the time because of the way the situation happened, and it happened at a key point when I was really. If I knew the details of how it happened, it was a setup.
Right.
So they were after me that particular night. I know that for a fact. I got the details. That particular night they got me. Oh, they got me good, bro. They got me with my pants down. You talking about from that time forward? I ain't never let my pants down again. They got me good because I had an argument with bro at the spot. Right. We had an argument. I go home. Well, the person I got home with me, that's another story. But I had the man in my house. So the man is in my house with me all the time. So now they get me to go back out. So I go back out and back to the same spot, another argument, back across the street, and then I'm on the highway headed home. And he got me. And matter of fact, he got me to the point. I'm gonna tell you how I know he got me. The brother that got me, when I got in the car, the man, I happened to get caught by a black officer. Black officer got me in the car, got in the back. He said, Mr. Elamine, I know who you are. He said, I appreciate your work. He said, so I'm going to tell you what. You about 2 points short of walking away from here.
Okay.
Really about 1.5 points. He said, so whatever you got to do in that back seat, if you can do that between the time that we get back down to the station, I'm going to do it again before we go inside. I'm going to let you go.
All right.
We can come down, bro. We can come down.
Oh, man.
As matter of fact, it was going up. Because he had caught me on the beginning path and it hadn't spiked yet. And he got down there, he couldn't, but he knew, he told me, my brother told me, he said, hey, they got you, bro. Yeah, this how he, I knew this, like, this how he for them. And the reason why I know, because there was a couple more people that was down in there with me, and, they used to do mug shots back then, right?
I remember that.
So the next day, the guy that was with me, I told him, I said, well, I know I'm going to be done, I know my job going to be done over with. He had a landscaping business, white boy. White boy said, hey man, I got you, man. Come on, I got you covered. Ma, just hit me up. I forgot his name. So I said, well, he'll be in mugshots. Wasn't in mugshots, bro. Only thing they had in mugshot tonight was me and another person. It was like 16 of us. It was me and another person. That's what they had in there. So I knew what the stage and the deal was. But that's what happens when you put yourself in those situations. I learned from that situation that I had to watch my back at all times, because we assume that the man, we say we know the man watching, but we really don't know he watching.
That's true.
We say the man watching. Right. Because if we knew we would behave differently.
That's true.
So I learned after that incident, I learned how to walk differently. That taught me how to walk very differently. Right. I started walking differently from then, because I realized, that mouth of yours, you got one or two choices. You can shut it up, or you better start walking differently, because they got their pulse on your ass at all times, especially in that damn city you in.
Yes, Lord. You got a wide for sound, bro.
Yeah.
Got spies everywhere. Informants.
They don't.
I know.
Yeah. You have to watch. Yeah. You have to be very, very strategic. And that's what I can say. That was why Larry. See, Larry was a jazz man. My mentor, Larry, he was a jazz man.
Right.
And so, that was his undercover.
What?
See, Larry was revolutionary when he was undercover.
Okay.
Because he could get on that jazz radio station and smooth that jazz. He was a jazz man.
Almost definitely love it.
They love that jazz, but you very seldom. Larry would talk to history, but he wouldn't talk revolutionary.
Right.
He knew it, but he'd be undercover. That's when you get him. When you get him out to the beach and it's just you and him, he tell you everything then.
Right.
Yeah, but in public he would never do that. So I learned, and he was like, "Bro," he said, "You can't muzzle like me." He said, "I seen you on that mic he said, I saw you at the radio station when you was on the radio show." He's like, "I was listening, saying, is this a Christian station? How in the hell are you getting away with that?"
Right.
Because I was blasting, and I know why I could get away with it. I know why I got away with it, because the rating was going up. So that's one thing about it. If you bring in the money, they don't care.
True. That's the bottom line.
Because the people, think about it. I'm on a show, a Christian radio station, right? Okay. I'm blasting, right?
Right.
Ratings are going up, so the owner, he cool because he making more money.
Alright.
But is my mic plugged in?
Nah, it ain't plugged in.
People I'm talking to ain't gonna do a damn thing.
It's damn sure ain't.
So my mic wasn't plugged in. The ratings was going up. The show was catching fire. But I'm on a Christian radio station. The people I'm talking to, they going back to church next month and paying their tithes again. They ain't trying to do nothing.
Sure ain't.
I'm up there on the radio station talking about pull the children out of school. On the first day of school, we ain't sending nobody. They gonna send their children on that bus to get them out that damn house. I'm trying to teach them how to play the game. They ain't saying you don't send them children to school, bro. But it was getting the ratings up because it sounded good. So back to my first statement. The mic wasn't plugged in.
Nah.
You gotta know when your mic plugged in, and when your mic not plugged in, that's when you wake up and you find out, okay, I'd rather do what I'm doing now and talk to a few.
Exactly.
Than be talking to 5,000 people and the mic ain't plugged in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Few was always better.
I reach, you know. And believe it or not, I'm getting comments from people, the show that we do, you get a person here touch base. I see I see people that is hitting. Cause I can see the demographics. I can see where it's hitting. I'm like, okay, cool. It's a few people. And that's what you want. You want a few people to catch on and build on and, you know, join in, but
yeah, a few dedicated men, or in some cases women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And like I said, it is some song sisters. It's some song sisters. That program did show me some sisters out there. Yeah.
That's good to know because this is part of the nation too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
gotta have
part of the nation. Shoot.
You gotta have them. They tricky now, but you gotta have them. They tricky.
yeah, it's tricky. Cause like you said,
yeah, like the men tricky. They tricky too. I mean, anybody in that thing got to be watched, but yeah.
True.
My phone conversation is very limited now. I really keep my phone conversation.
I know that's right. Real.
Man, you'd be surprised some of the emails I get.
I bet. All kinds of.
Just subtle messages.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Subtle works. People in the know, they can put two and two together.
Yeah, either nosy or then either you get those ones that, damn, that nigga was serious. Oh, what the fuck? It's a story thing in the Quran. Allah says, "Do you think Did you thought we was playing when we made this?
Right.
You think when we created this, you thought we were just twiddling our thumbs? But God wasn't twiddling his thumb when he created this. You know? So yeah, I tell people now on this journey here, we coming up on an hour. I will mention this on This Is No Cover with the Gambia Mission. Oh man, appreciate your donation.
One time.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I got something to send to you. The sister that you helped out, it worked out because I just told my wife tonight. I said we got it because we saw the donation. We got a sister here. She just came and I was at Brinks because I was like, whoa, because he hit me. And I remember telling her we got her, but one thing you say you got, they don't understand time. So for me, if I like to know information like 3 to 4 weeks in advance,
right?
So I can plan for it, right?
Right.
So when you sit there, right after that, it was like, man, this was right before the lights went out. Came by and saw me. She's like, Dawood, I know what I want to do. I was like, oh Lord, I forgot I told her, let me know what you want to do when you get ready, right? And she said, I want to go to tailoring school.
Okay.
I said, wow. Tailoring school. Yeah. So I said, okay. All right. When does it start? She said, first I said, how much is it? She said, it's what she said? It's 16,000 the lesson. So that's for tailoring school. So when you hit that, it ain't woo. So it ain't woo. I'm gonna show you how you came through.
Okay.
I'm doing the math. I'm gonna do the math on it right quick. So we said 8, 7, 3, 9. So when she hit me, that first thing I said was woo. Till I pull these calculators out when they say woo, and then I go do the math, and I don't get much of woo. I have a US lesson calculator. So when you say 16,000, you're talking about you're talking about $217.69.
$217.69.
Yeah, $217.69.
I mean that.
Yeah, so that's what she need. So it's a 3-month, it's a 6-month school to learn how to be a tailor. They can go to school, but she had to pay $217.69. So I was like, okay. All right, so I said I can get part of that, and I'm gonna be tight. Then she hit me. She said, "Oh, but it's only 3 months." She said, "No, you only have to pay half, and then you pay the other half 3 months later." I said, "Ooh."
Oh man.
I said, all I got to do now is add to what Kahan put in, and I'm over her.
Raise me to the both sides. All right.
So, yeah, I looked. I said. I ain't let her know. I played it off in front. I sweating like, yeah. But in my mind, when she said that, I was like, I got it. I ain't never let her know I got it though. All right. I said, we got it. I said, okay, no cover. I said, we got it. I said, we got it. So if you notice, I hadn't put no advertisement out on no covers for a while.
True.
You know that you ain't seen no covers. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you why. It's crazy. And because the word got back to me, and I'm going a different route. So what we're doing now on the No Covers Gambling mission, that was good that you gave that donation. We got other people that still donate. So I don't want my donors out there to stop thinking we don't need a donation. We all do need them because we still got the rights we do, and that was put us on. But the reason why I stopped donating is because my brother kind of hit me off with it, and I saw it. I saw it dip, and so. What had happened was, I have No Covers Gambling Mission over here, but I also have Dawood El-Amin, which is my personal life.
That's right.
So as a Muslim, in my personal life, my personal experiences and what I'm doing over here, and the way my lifestyle is, I've always never wanted it to conflict with No Covers Gambling Mission.
I got you.
So a lot of stuff that people are now seeing in my personal life was already there. I just hadn't made it public.
Right.
Because I never wanted to interfere with No Covers Gambling Mission.
True.
I had to end up making it public because I had people back home that was causing some riffle.
How about that?
So to keep people and causing riffle over here. Because you know Facebook is a big book. I mean, I'm public on Facebook, so people see your friends. I got my friends. I don't hide nothing. So people were contacting people that actually were friends over here, talking to them about me.
I'll be there.
So I said, I know how to end this. Let me just go ahead publicly with who I am, the same way I do in Wilmington. Because you know when I do that in Wilmington, it runs people away.
True.
So I said, well, I'm in Africa. I know how to run people away. Let me just say, okay, here it is. Boom. Now you got it. Here, let me let you see. Boom. Here it is. Now what else you got to say now? Because as long as you got stuff long as stuff is in the dark, people can take your dark stuff and twist it.
Sure can.
And make it other than what it is.
True.
So I've always lived by not being much in the dark. It's out front, so you can't twist the truth. Because if it's in the dark, and the person, you're a public figure, and the person don't know, they can twist that anyway because it's private, and they'll make They know a little bit about private, but don't all of that twisted, and they make it something. So when I started seeing that, I said, okay, boom, here it is. Oh, well, we don't. That's out. Yeah, yeah. The problem with that is I didn't never want it out there as no covers because people think you're donating to my personal life style.
I see. I got you.
And not understanding that my personal lifestyle comes off of what I was able to retire at 62, not because of no covers gambling mission. I was able to retire at 62 because I rode a bicycle back and forth and stacked my cash.
That's right.
I lived for about 2-3 years in an area that most people wouldn't even visit. Stacking my cash. Because I knew what kind of cash I needed to be over here to flip. Until my other cash, my retirement cash kicked in, and plus you know my military. You know my military, but they don't know that.
That's right.
So they don't know. They see me as they don't know I got a military background, and they don't know all that. So people would twist on you. So I never want anybody to think that they giving no covers, they taking care of my personal lifestyle. I can show you the records from No Covers Gambling Mission, which we put out on a yearly basis every year. Everybody, we don't put it in public. What it is, our donors, you'll get one this year. Every year, everybody that donates to No Covers get our annual report. On our annual report, you'll see all the donations that we give. We've been in the red every year. For the last since 2000, what we've given out has been more than what we received in every year. You know where the balance comes out?
Where?
Out my pocket.
Check that out. Grassroots all the way, bro.
That's where it comes. It come out of my pocket every year. Mostly every year we've been short 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. Based on what we got in, based on what we may have given out 10,000 in donations, but we only received 5,000 and we gave out 10,000 in charity, but only received 5,000 in donations. That other 5,000 comes from me, and there are 7 board members on my board, and most of them have the name Elamine. Those are my children.
Right.
So it comes from my account and their account, personal accounts. Because anytime I need, I got 6 children that's working, and I say, here's the number. Can y'all match it? And usually my children will match it.
That's a blessing. It's the most high.
But a brother told me a long time ago, invest in your children. You'll never be broke.
And that's true.
He said, okay. He said, get insurance. Get insurance policy. He said, but your best insurance policy is your children. Because if you have a strong connection with your children, the older you get, boom. Matter of fact, I just sent something on the air this morning. My birthday is August the 5th, and I seen these new. Kyrie has these new sandals, kind of something like sandals, sneakers. They're not really sneakers, they're sandals, but they got the Indian tribe on them, his background on them, and they really like they run about $125 a pair. So I sent an email out this morning to my children, and I said 6 times 25. and put the tag up there and said, okay, 6 times 25, and my birthday August the 5th, hint, and laugh. But I'm gonna come through. I put that out. One of them gonna come. If not all of them, one of them gonna come through. I got it. Y'all get it back to me.
Praise the Most High.
That's the beauty of having children, because they see your children gonna see the vision more so than anybody else.
Oh yeah.
Because they seen you work on it, they seen you actually preach it, and so when the first trip that I went to Africa, the first time I went, I said to the children, all of them came to the house. We had a big board meeting, told them what we were gonna do, and they seen it. So they've seen when I went short. Right there, my son got the report one time. My son called me. He said, "Dad, hold on. how you giving out more than you got coming in? I started laughing.
Right.
He said, what you mean? I said, I got to give it because I told them they was going to get it. He said, where the money come from? I said, out of my pocket. He said, oh, man, I ain't know that. You know what he did the next day?
You donated?
Sent me a big donation to cover half of what I put in.
Praise the Most High. Man.
He didn't know that's what I was doing.
Right.
But he happened to look at the report. He picked it out. Next thing I know, boom, boom. He sent a donation. Never said I never said anything. He never said anything. But I noticed after that, his brothers and sisters started doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Check that out.
That's how it works. But that's we got some stuff. So what we're doing, we'll recap before I close out. For No Covers Gambling Mission, because this part of the podcast goes to the show too. What I'm doing, we're going to come out with shea butter. Remember the shea butter idea we got, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to send you the math on that pretty soon. I've got a company out in China that's going to make the jars in 8-ounce and 4-ounce jars, labeled up already.
All right. Yo.
So they're going to make the jars. They're going to make the jars with the labels on them already. Because the idea, what we have is we're trying to produce this. We got the shea butter. We got access to the shea butter. We got access to the cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is goes off and on, but we got shea butter. What we're looking at doing is trying to hit the retail market. Not only just distribution online, but we're trying to hit a Sam's, a Kroger, a Food Line, CVS, Target, anybody we can get. We get one store, we know we can get other store. Because what happens is, on the label, it shows you that a percentage of the money you got goes directly to No Covers Gambling Mission. So that's our sell the product. Instead of we even got it where, let's say a pastor want to buy for his church, all the women in church who want to get shea butter. Well, he can donate money to No Covers Gambling Mission, and then we send him the jars of shea butter, and he can give them to all the sisters of the church, get the shea butter and the package of shea butter all packed up. They get the gift pack, and he get the donation as well. And so for them, it'll work for them because they get to write that donation off as a 501c3.
Even better.
Yeah, that's even better. They get to write it off. So yeah, they can give a gift and write it off at the same time. So hopefully 2027 is when we're gonna launch. But I'll send you the update on that. But that's why you haven't seen. For you all that have not seen the No Covers Gambling Mission ad, we're not going anywhere. We're still here. We're just regrouping. So if you like, hit that donation button and still be able to donate because we still need those funds. Peace and blessings. Hey fam, next Monday night, we're going to continue this subject. We may have a guest in next Monday. Kahan, if you know somebody want to come in, tell me to join us, man.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Tell them to join us. Give them the code and tell them they're free to come in. They know the rules. Hey, come on, we take people. We get off, and then we continue the conversation. We'll see y'all back next Monday night on time. We sorry for the difficulty. We're on Tuesday night tonight, but next Monday we'll be right back there at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 11 o'clock Gambian time, and hopefully in about 2 weeks I'm going to have a Gambian up on the plane as well.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to have a brother from over here join us from over here. You get one from over there, we get one over there to keep the conversation going on blackmail. Because they have the same issue, but a different issue being blackmail over here than we have over there. They can help us with our issues some too.
Almost definitely. Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. Peace and blessings, fam. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, fam.
All right.
Boom.